What signs might a woman give when she wants you to take your relationship to the next level? Today, I will share 5 signs that women intentionally give during the flirtation stage. When things are going great, she wants you to go a little further. Take the initiative, kiss her, or at least get physically closer. At this moment, she gives you the green light, and you can confidently act. But how do you recognize these signals? I've gathered 5 main ones for you. Of course, you're unlikely to need to notice all of them. If you feel confident, trust your instincts, and are on the same wavelength with her, that's just great. But if you're afraid of making a mistake and need concrete tips for reassurance, rely on these signs. Let's start with the very first sign a woman gives when she desires intimacy. At this moment, she thinks to herself, just do something. She loses patience and takes the initiative into her own hands, sending a signal while awaiting a response. Her most frequent strategy is simply to stop. She falls silent, and you stop understanding what's happening. She slows down, her speech or her pace, if you're walking. A small, awkward pause arises. She might look for your gaze. She deliberately creates this silence as if saying, "It's time to kiss me. I have nothing more to say. Just come to me." This usually happens when the date is going wonderfully and she's genuinely waiting for your move. This is a very strong indicator. Again, the flirting is top-notch. She likes everything. You are both comfortable, and then she starts teasing you. She hooks you, provokes you, as if asking for a playful scuffle. And what happens during such roughhousing? That's right, you get closer. In the process of these playful exchanges, natural physical contact is created between you. During such playful interaction, you grow closer, laugh, and experience pleasant and strong emotions. A woman who starts teasing and provoking you is a woman who wants you to playfully respond in kind, to get back at her, to put her in her place, if you will. In short, she wants you to become closer, and for her, this is the best of all techniques. I'm not saying you should immediately punish her with spanking. Oh, no, of course not. But the essence is precisely this, just in a much milder form. Understand that this always works. A little playful banter, a light provocation. You get closer, touch each other, laugh, and then kiss. If it's come to this, then this is the most logical continuation. She dared? Yes. Some women go for it. Of course. She'll do it under the guise of 1,000 different reasons. She'll find the best possible pretext to touch you. You tell her the funniest joke of your life, or the silliest, it doesn't matter. She laughs, and while laughing moves closer, puts her hand on your shoulder or forearm. Whatever the pretext, she looks for opportunities to get physically closer to you and initiates contact. Well, now is the time to act. This is a very, very significant sign. A girl never touches a man unless she is very comfortable with him and is expecting something more. Remember, girls are cautious. If she doesn't want to go further, she will make sure not to give you false hope. So touching a man is an extremely significant gesture. If she doesn't need you, then even if she's naturally very tactile, she will keep her distance. I remind you, we are talking about a situation where you have already established flirtation. She has accepted it and understood your intentions. Technically, if she touches you, she perfectly understands what it means. And if she didn't want you to get any ideas, she wouldn't have touched you. Learn this. Fourth, you are in the flirting stage and touching on slightly more intimate topics. It's not necessary to talk directly about sex and the body, although it's not a problem if the topic naturally came up in conversation. I'm not there and I don't know how you got there. In any case, when it comes to love in general and in all its manifestations, this topic makes her a little embarrassed and feel awkward. And you know why? Because when you talk about it, she projects this situation onto the two of you, and you are right in front of her. What she feels at this moment, this slight awkwardness, this tension, these internal questions, she thinks, if he brought this up, does that mean he also imagines us together? Perhaps she even blames herself a little for these fantasies, as she doesn't yet know how interested you are. In short, She's uncomfortable talking about it, but she continues anyway because she needs to convey a certain message to you somehow. She talks about it because it's important to understand, and I repeat this from time to time, especially when it comes to the friend zone. A woman who discusses intimate topics with you without any complexes, talks about them openly and without problems, most often does so because she doesn't associate these conversations with you. Since she abstracts herself, it means she doesn't imagine you together at all. For her, there's no problem discussing it because you are just a friend to her, and it doesn't apply to you. I think you now better understand why she feels a bit awkward when you bring up such sensitive topics related to love and relationships. But again, these are not topics she avoids. She still continues to discuss them. The fifth sign completes the picture, and you'll notice it echoes the very first one a bit. It's time for her to leave. She herself told you so. The time has come. Time to run. But she is desperately stalling. In reality, she just doesn't want to leave. Or vice versa. She knows it's time for you to leave, but keeps you back in every way. Why is she delaying? Why won't she let you go? Yes, maybe she's simply enjoying your company immensely. But the main thing is, she doesn't want to leave because the meeting hasn't reached a logical conclusion. Something is missing. She doesn't want to say goodbye without getting her kiss. Do you understand what I mean? She stays and waits for something to happen. That's why she's stalling. And if you, looking at your watch, say to her, "Listen, isn't it time for you to go?" And she replies, "Yes, yes, exactly. It's time for me. They're already waiting for me," but still doesn't leave. So why doesn't she leave? Because she's waiting for something. And since she's waiting, seize the moment and act, but still be gentle and careful.